Do you want to know the paradox of being a good guy? Well, you see, we as humans naturally want to be the best we can be. It's innate. If you think back to when we lived in caves, watched TV on boulders, and we had nothing. The only thing we did have was the tenacity to keep being better. If we didn't, we'd get eaten. We'd freeze to death. We wouldn't procreate. Meaning everything we did in our lifetime would be meaningless. Now, you're probably thinking, why does that affect morality? How does that simple sentiment fit in to the paradox of being a good guy? Well, let me tell you, good isn't real. And yet, we as humans strive to be the best good we can be. We're naturally programmed to. But good isn't real. So where does the line between good and bad end? There isn't one. Because there is no good or bad. You try and be the best good you can be, and you continue that pursuit with no end, and eventually you'll become someone's version of bad. Good and evil are constructed by humans as a way to morally check our decisions before we make them. See how they will impact those around us. If you're starving, for example, and I steal food from someone who has plenty, to save you, no less. In your eyes, I'm good. A hero, in fact. And in my eyes, I'm good. And even within the strict confines of morality, I am good. But in his eyes, in the eyes of the man who was stolen from, I'm bad. See what I'm saying? Justice changes from whatever point of view you're looking at a particular situation. See that? Guy, he didn't do anything wrong. He might have worked for his food. He was probably starving at one point as well, and no one helped him. And thus, the paradox of being a good guy is realised. You can't be good without being at least somewhat bad. So neither are truly real. They're just these convoluted reward systems for choosing the greater good. Quote, unquote. The world is full of made-up constructs like this. Take time, for example. No, literally, take time. We sell time, we give time, we even make time, and yet it doesn't exist. It's simply a unit of measurement. It's how we tell the distance energy can travel before it changes form. It's how long between when something is born and when something is deceased. So why are these things so fucking precious? They don't even exist. Why is good so important, and why is time so valuable when they aren't even real? Have you ever stopped to think about this? I know why you're here, and sadly, it's not for an existential lecture on morality. You're here because I killed someone you care about. This is a revenge-fueled conquest, isn't it? So, who was it, I wonder? But that's besides the point. As I just explained, if you kill me, you are doing right by someone, but wrong by someone else. And if I kill you, the same applies. So why bother? Why not just live the rest of your life and move on? Surely that's the logical thing to do. You don't need to be a hero, because heroes aren't worth anything, are they? You're clearly not going to be able to talk with that gag in your mouth, so let me remove that. And then you can tell me why you're the hero of your story and I am the villain. Getting good at tying knots, it seems. I ought to work on a boat to give up this life of crime. Is that better, Pumpkin? It's almost like you didn't hear a single word I said. I was hoping to help you reconsider your decision to come here. You are trapped in my mansion, which is filled to the brim with my men. They are all fully armed and all very willing to die for me. To kill for me. Your arms and legs are bound to a chair. Now, unless you're Houdini, or you have some hidden power that I don't know about, you aren't getting away with this. You aren't getting away from me. You understand the gravity of this sort of predicament, don't you? It means threatening me is certainly not in your best interest, especially if you have basic survival instincts, which I assume you do, considering you came here with a piece. Let's take a look at this weapon, shall we? Oh, oops. Looks like I broke it. I recommend you buy American or German next time. Way better quality than this cheap piece of shit. Did you make this yourself? What is it, airsoft? Okay, and you're telling me that because you're going to kill me. You're like a child, unable to accept the situation for what it is. You're in denial. You know, when I first saw that fire in your eyes earlier, when you tried to get the drop on me, I thought you were different. I thought you were going to be my rival. But instead, you're nothing more than a hot-headed fool. I respect passion, I really do. So, because of my respect for you, I'll make your death quick. That's a courtesy I seldom extend to people. So this is farewell. Now, let me show you what a real gun can do. Pardon? Wait, what? Who did I kill? I thought you were here about Avery. You're here because I killed Stephen Avery, right? Big business tycoon, had lots of friends, but he crossed me and found out, like many do. You've never heard of that guy. You're here because I killed your friend Selena. Who? I assume you... Listen, I've never heard of that individual. So, you mean to tell me we've got this whole thing turned around? I think you're here for killing some lowlife who had a ton of good connections, but you're really here because I apparently killed someone called Selena. Who the fuck is Selena? I see. So you think I'm responsible for the attack on Murdoch Bay? You realise that place was full of thieves and drug dealers, right? The type of people who deserved what they got. And the type of scumbags who warranted such a reaction. I heard that place got burned to the ground, very aggressively. I heard no one survived. I'm guessing your friend was amongst those people. Well, I am sorry for your loss, truly. But do enlighten me. Who told you I was responsible for burning that repulsive little village to the ground? Who told you that lie? He always was loyal to his master. I'm surprised he sold me out, though. Throwing a guy like me under the bus is a very bad move. Even in death, he isn't safe from me. So, after that idiot lied to you, and you took his head, I assume, that's when you set off to infiltrate my place, with the intention of killing me. Is that right? He did lie to you. Why would I have any reason to be deceitful now? Need I remind you, you're completely tied down and powerless. Listen to me. You made a mistake. You shouldn't have come here, and you shouldn't have believed that fool. I was not responsible for your friend's death. I didn't order the attack on Murdoch Bay. Frankly, I don't know who did. The guy who told you I was responsible, he was a pathological liar, and he was protecting his own. I'm sorry this happened to you. I really am. But you have fucked up believing him. I don't know how it feels to be alone. You really think that, don't you? What, you think I was just given this power and fortune? You don't think I lost people on my ascent to the top? You don't think I have regrets and revenge and hatred? You are completely blinded by revenge. That's why I'll overlook that little insult, my dear. But truth be told, I ought to do you a favour and send you to be with your friend Selena. You're not afraid of death, are you? If only we'd have met under different circumstances. I could use someone like you. If you... God, I can't believe I'm saying this. If you can put aside your hatred for just one moment, might I make you a proposition? Or would you prefer it if I just pulled the trigger and got it over with right now? Good one. Well, you don't have much of a choice, so I'll offer it and then we can choose how to proceed from there. Here's the thing. When I employ people to work for me, I don't look at credentials or resumes or even references. I look for specific qualities in one's personality. You have that tenacious, sadistic quality I do so covet. So, you have a choice to make. Die a hero, or if you truly are serious about revenge, which I can see in your eyes, you are, then work for me. Don't be so quick to choose. Working for me means you'll have access to all my resources and connections that will help you find the real culprit behind the attack, that will help you find who killed your friend. In return, you can satiate your bloodlust by killing people I direct you to. These people will not be innocent little civilians. No. You'll be fixing problems for me that no one will miss. So you don't need to worry about your corrupt idea of morality being bent out of shape. You will be my weapon, and in return, I promise you vengeance. What do you say? Good to hear. Now, let's get to work. Let me get those restraints off of you. And follow me, my little weapon. We will make a villain out of you yet.